Hey, it's James, Fathers Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. Just letting you guys know out there who are going through the struggle, going through all this stuff, you got to just hang in there. You got to have a mentality. One of the most frustrating things about family court is the same thing about any part of government, how slow that it works. It's really slow to get around and get to justice. Even if you fight the right way, it could take a while. You know, I had to fight off a bogus anti-harassment restraining order. Then I had to fight it off again. You know, we had a continuance. When I first went to court, baby's mom tried to get an anti-harassment order against me because I argued with her over my right to see our kid. We went to court. The judge said, go to family court, get a parenting plan set up, then come back to me and we'll finish this off. Then we had another hearing, and I'm navigating the court system, totally lost. That's why if I would have had a James Christensen back then, I would have cut that time in half. Then I went to family court and got zero visitation. Then I appealed from a commissioner to a judge, and then I got 5 days a week visitation. That took 2.5 months. And I didn't realize about the options with ex parte, the emergency courtroom, you know, things like that. You know, and then 7 months later, the mother's willing to settle with me and surrenders after I beat the snot out of her with the contempt motion. I'm doing interrogatories and discovery. I had no idea. I didn't see that coming at all. All I knew was to fight, fight, and fight. But if you have your mind made up, look, I'm in this for the next year, year and a half. It's the long run. Just like if you're going to get in shape. Let's say you wanted to gain 15 pounds of muscle and get lean. That's going to take a year or so. There's no quickie shortcut to that. Or, getting a degree or education. You got to tough it out. There's some long nights and stuff like that. But you know that it's not going to be quick. And the people who think weight loss or anything else is going to be quick, they're the ones who, give up on that stuff real quick. Patience has been defined as enduring up under. Despite the situation, despite the pressure, despite persecution, being made fun of. When I went to court, there was groups of people sitting there in the crowd laughing at me, and I'm by myself. I'm outnumbered with the court, the judge, baby's mama's friends, her sisters, her family. One hater after another popping into court. I was always outnumbered. The hyenas were surrounding me. But usually the person, the bully, the crazy person is the one who taunts and jeers and laughs and does, and taunts because in the moment it looks like they're winning. You just have to make up your mind that you're going to defer to later on that. When they do a coin toss in a football game, some teams select the option defer to the second half because they know it's a full game and they know, okay, I'll make that major decision on whether we get the ball first in the second half, depending upon how things go. It's not going to make it unaggravating. It'll still be aggravating, frustrating. But if you're looking for quickie answers and quickie justice right away, and for someone to do the right thing and to follow the truth and the facts and the law right away, you're just going to give yourself an ulcer. Have it. Think about the long haul. The other side is rejoicing because they got a protection order against you. They slammed you. You got supervised visitation, very little contact or whatever. You got to get in there. Any war is long and drawn out. The only time a war was quick was when we bombed Hiroshima with the atomic bomb. Outside of that, every war is long, drawn out. There's a battle here and a battle there. Always think, okay, if this doesn't work, I got another shot. It's going to be painful either way, but it's going to be a lot less painful if you're not expecting the unrealistic. So just hang in there. Hang tough and know that this is you're out there for the long haul. There's been some guys that get blindsided like I did. Hey, I want to just settle. I had a guy in Texas. He did a deposition on the mother with his attorney. Totally embarrassed her. She was crying, fidgeting, fumbling and bumbling at her words, looked like an idiot. A month later, she settled with him on 50-50. He didn't even see that coming. At that point in time, he was having like supervised visits. Sometimes you trigger certain people to just surrender. 95% of court cases settle out of court. So if you stay at it, that means 95% of the time the other side does not want to go to trial. If your ex is going to go to trial, that's a rare case. It's highly likely that you will not go to trial. So you got to hang in there and tough it out and keep up the good fight and engage in the war of attrition, because that's what it is. It's a war of attrition. 95% of the time, the person who's getting beat down the most surrenders. That's what happened in my case. I didn't even know that was the strategy. I didn't even know that was the route. I didn't even know that was the norm for most people and attorneys and the games I played. I just knew that I had to fight. And if I would have had somebody who knows what I know, it would have been a lot easier, a lot less stressful, and my 7-month battle would have been 3.5 months. So, all I can say is just hang in there, make up your mind, you're in it for the long haul. Stop thinking short-term resolutions and get on the offensive and go to war, and know that you may not get results or justice until months down the road, or maybe a year and a half out. Hang in there.